splintered grain. I speak to waves, they answer with silence. The dream dear once, names written in soul. Now every tide erases what we were. We love like fire, burn like ash. I waited, you didn't come back. Night rain remembers what we tried to say. We love like fire, burn like ash. Only town calls stacked like unopened letters. Forgotten plans lying in quiet rooms. Your tired apologies floated through the dark. My trembling breath pretended we were fine. We held each other, drowning without sound. Two fading lights pretending they were stars. We love like fire, burn like ash. I waited, you didn't come back. Photographs shaking in my unsteady hands. We love like fire, burn like ash. In that cafe, your eyes were cloudy bless. No one to blame, just distance between words. If I had spoken, would you have stayed, or would the truth have broken sooner? Sometimes trying feels like tearing open wounds. I walked you home under a sky that wouldn't cry. Your doorway goes softly, a mercy in a wound. The lock clicked quiet like a fine and slow heartbeat. I turned away, carrying the battle we both lost. We love like fire, burn like ash. Too late to hold you, too late to turn back. I would have held you longer in that night rain. If I had spoken before the light went out. Empty doorways echo with everything I never said. We love like fire, burn like ash. Fading light on water. Can I finally let you go? One wooden bench, fading light on the water. Whole hands folded, listening to the night breeze. We used to laugh here, dreaming past the horizon. I wonder quiet ways remember our names. I waited for your shadow on this shore, the talk till jamming brave turned harder. Morning smiles hiding unwritten because of worries. Photograph shaking in my tired hands at sunrise. I promise it's frayed like bread spooled through storm. If I had spoken softer, would you have stayed? Or were we already falling through the cracks? We wore ourselves thin, loving the same song, chasing every word from night rain and sighs. We stayed until the echo lost our names. We wore ourselves thin, love in the same song. Our last night was quiet, louder than any shouted. You folded your life into careful, shaking suitcases. We held on like strangers, sharing the same last breath. No blame between us, only a tired surrender. I left the door open, living in your perfume at night. The street lights blurred like tears I wouldn't let fall. It wasn't love that left, only our will to fade. Sometimes the kindest thing is choosing to let go. We wore ourselves thin, love in the same song, standing in the doorway, afraid to close in forever. I would have held you longer, though my arms were breaking. We stayed until the echo forgot our faces. If I had spoken, time still would have answered no. We wore ourselves thin, loving the same song. Fading light, I forgive our tired hearts. Night rain hums against the tired window glass. Cracked photographs shaking in the fading light. Our beach fire laughter trapped behind this broken frame. Quiet rooms remember what our mouths won't say. I trace your face with cold and empty hands. Every line of question I asked too late. We loved until we couldn't keep trying. Two trembling breaths held between closing doors. Your shadow stayed when your suitcase disappeared. We loved until we couldn't keep trying. I used to bring you coffee every morning, steam rising slow around your half-awake smile. Thought warmth could cross-stitch the distance in your eyes, but silence grew louder than the words we spoke. Unread messages glowing in the darkened room. I waited, you didn't come back to them. We loved until we couldn't keep trying. Shared the same bed like strangers in quiet storm. Apologies whispered softer than the night rain. We loved until we couldn't keep trying. No villains here, just two exhausted hearts unraveling. No slammed doors, only an empty doorway breathing. If I had spoken, I would have held you longer. But peace arrived, just like walking away. Some endings are mercy in a borrowed night. I see us at that table, hands not reaching, trembling breath between us, truth laid down gently. We said we're done, while our eyes still beg stay. Love sat beside us, tired, nodding in surrender. We loved until we couldn't keep trying. Laid down our weapons before they turned to hate. Cold hands letting go of something still living. Quiet rooms holding what our voices couldn't carry. I walk away still aching for your peace. We loved until we couldn't keep trying. I leave the light on for the love we were. One bench, shoreline, burning in fading light. Your laughter lingers, thin as the sea breeze. We were a quiet storm, always out of rhythm, holding on so tight, still slipping through. It wasn't love we lacked, just trembling breath, two tired hearts, no strength left to answer. We ran until there was nothing left, only the shadow of who we used to be. I waited where the sky kissed the water. You didn't come back to that empty horizon. Mornings filled with silences, heavier than words. Nights tracing circles, same arguments, softer voices, coffee-stained napkins. Our dreams blurred at the corners. You wanted steady ground, I a wider sky. Every sorry pulled tighter on unraveling seams. Tenderness flickered, but the weariness grew tall taller. We ran until there was nothing left, only the shadow of who we used to be. Photograph shaking in my cold hands at midnight. Unreturned calls echo down these quiet rooms. Rain on the glass, you packed in slow motion. Your back turned, a portrait of quiet defeat. I stood frozen, drowning in unsaid sentences. The silence after you left never felt like peace. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? I would have held you longer in that doorway. Days moved like fog, I drifted through empty doorways alone, replaying soft mornings, watching them fade into night rain. The ache is not you leaving, it's our effort dissolving. I see now love breaks when both souls are exhausted. We ran until there was nothing left, only the shadow of who we used to be. I reach for your name, the signal never answers. Too late to fix the weight we couldn't carry. I waited in the fading light by the shoreline. You didn't come back, and somehow I forgive us. Some endings are mercy, whispered in the fading light. Porch swing sighs beneath my tired weight tonight. Fading light leaking through the maple leaves. Photographs shaking in my cold hands again. Two strangers smiling when love still felt less. The house hums softly with everything we buried. Every quiet room repeats what we never said. We both lost the quiet war of wanting more. No slam doors, just unreturned calls and distance. I waited while the night rain traced our windows. You didn't come back, you just faded from view. Late night talks fell into awkward breathing spaces. Promises whispered broke apart by morning light. We climbed those days with no peak in sight. Trembling breath carried words too scared to land. I thought one soft apology might break those walls, but walls grew higher each time we turned away. We both lost the quiet war of wanting more. Our tired hearts surrendered without a final fight. I watched the fading light crawl across your suitcase. silence chose for us when courage failed. The night you left, the porch light burned so gently. Your eyes held the same defeat, reflecting back mine. No screaming, only soft words breaking in our throats. The closing door rang louder than every past argument. We both lost the quiet war of wanting more. Now I stand in night rain outside our silent windows, cold hands searching for a key that doesn't fit. I waited through fading light for one last answer. You didn't come back, only shadows cross the floor. Too late to change the story, time already decided. I closed the door softly, let the darkness remember.
Late afternoon fading light cuts through dusty blinds. Cold coffee on the table, untouched, turning bitter. Photograph shaking inside my hand, corners folding in. Quiet room breathing slow, like it's learning my silence. I hear our old laughter, trapped in these empty doorways. Every echo feels like a promise I never kept. We loved enough to break, not enough to stay. Your name hangs in the air, then disappears. I waited in the dark, you didn't come back. We loved enough to break, not enough to stay. We stayed up through night rain, words unraveling between us. Every sentence pulled another thread, nothing left to cover. Your tired eyes held storms, still begging for clear skies. My cold hands let go first, pretending it was mercy. If I had spoken softer, would you have believed that I was still fighting even while drifting away? We loved enough to break, not enough to stay. Two trembling breaths apart, too tired to reach. I waited in the quiet, you didn't come back. We loved enough to break, not enough to stay. At that small kitchen table, our silence finally shouted. Your fingers found mine, shaking like a last confession. You said some stories aren't meant to be rewritten. I smiled like I agreed, my heart begged you to lie. All those miles we walked ended in this doorway. Love wasn't missing, just warmth from holding on. Now boxes line the hallway like sentences we never finished. Your scent fades from the curtains, but clings to my breathing. I walk through the city alone, carrying our tired victories. Real love was here, it just couldn't survive our erosion. We loved enough to break, not enough to stay. I trace your shadow on walls, the light abandoned. If I had spoken sooner, I would have held you longer. I waited by that empty door. You didn't come back. My fault lives in the spaces where we stopped trying. We loved enough to break, not enough to stay. In this quiet acceptance, I finally let you go. Laid some bleeding through dusty blinds and tired air. Empty mug cooling beside my cold hands. Your chair waits across this scarred wooden table. I watch the doorway. You don't come back. Our plans turned into postcards we never sent. Every promise fade in the fading light. We were ourselves, our love in the edges, until there was nothing left to hold. Photograph shaking in my unwilling hands tonight. We were ourselves, our love in the edges. Our late calls shrank into unreturned echoes. Trembling breath hiding inside routine questions. We kept naming futures we could not reach. Night rain tapping softly like things unsaid. If I had spoken on those quieter nights, maybe your suitcase would still be closed. We were ourselves, our love in the edges, until there was nothing left to hold. Dreams turned heavy, anchors on our chests. We were ourselves, our love in the edges. On that old pier, the sky bruised purple. Water whispered, your silence answered everything. My fingers almost found yours, then retreated. Holding on felt crueler than letting go. I called it mercy. It still feels like losing. Driving home alone, windows open to the cold night. Streetlights lit a story we wrote together. We wore ourselves out, loving the edges, until there was nothing left to hold. I waited, you didn't come back to our quiet rooms. If I had spoken, I'd have held you longer. Now every empty doorway repeats your unfinished goodbye. We wore ourselves out, loving the edges. Tonight the honest silence finally says what we couldn't. City lights flicker through the Rain Street window glass. Quiet walls remember every whisper, promise we made. You sit breathing slow on the other side. My cold hands shake over this empty bed. We built a life from tired laughter and late apologies. Now every word we never said fills the room. We tried, but the weight of us was heavy. We tried, though love was never missing here. Fading light on photographs, shaking in my hands. We tried, but the weight of us was heavy. Morning fights over nothing, left our voices hoarse. Unreturned calls from the hallway felt like distance. Your coffee growing cold beside untouched dreams. Night rain on the glass sounded like our breathing. I reached for you but found an invisible chasm. Silence curled between us like a tired ghost. We tried, but the weight of us was heavy. We tried, though love still trembled in the dark. Empty doorways watched us pass like strangers. We tried, but the weight of us was heavy. Side by side on that couch, we said nothing. Your eyes were oceans holding back the storm. My trembling breath confessed what my mouth refused. If I had spoken, I would have held you longer. Our goodbye was a whisper folding into night. Morning came softer, but the room felt hollowed out. I folded shirts around memories of your tired laughter. You watched from the doorway with red and quiet eyes. We broke without blame, just one thin by a time. We tried, but the weight of us was heavy. We tried, and the trying finally tore us open. One wooden bench beneath the old oak shade. Afternoon breeze, but my chest stays still. Salt and jasmine, pull your shadow beside me. Your fingers in the grain, and then slipping away. We weren't out of love, just out of breath. Every sunset here remembers what I buried. We wore ourselves out loving, love wasn't enough. Night rain on our faces, we called it mercy. Photographs shaking inside my trembling breath. You smiled and then I flinched at the light. Our days turned into slow missteps on glass. Quiet rooms held louder storms than our words. You wanted to fight, I wanted to fall. Promises thin like threads across the dark. Your cold hands beg for one more tomorrow. My silence answered every question you never voiced. We wore ourselves out loving, love wasn't enough. Street lamp flickering above our almost goodbye. Your eyes were tired, not cruel or distant. Two shadows learning how to stand alone. I said we tried, you nodded like a prayer. No anger between us, only fading light. If I had spoken, I'd have held you longer. Still my throat closed around every leaving word. The world kept moving, we just stepped aside. Wet pavement echoed each step as I walked away alone. City lights blurred our ears into a distant window. Every shared coffee felt like someone else's life now. Empty doorways follow me home with your quiet name. We wore ourselves out loving, love wasn't enough. I waited by that tree, you didn't come back. Cold hands on the bark, tracing our fading initials. Night rain returns, but you don't run through it. If I had spoken, maybe you'd still be here. Too late to learn love needs more than wanting. I let the breeze keep the goodbye you never heard. Late afternoon, fading through the half-open blinds. Dust in the quiet, floating where you smile. Empty chair, waiting like it still remembers. Your shadow humming softly against these walls. A trace of wood, my fingers shaking. Every silence here knows what we buried. We loved enough to fight tired, just not enough to win the war. Photographs shaking in my restless hands. promises. Your eyes rehearse comfort, mine rehearse goodbye. Night rain on windows, we whisper careful promises. Each sorry heavier than the last one spoken. You fell asleep with your cold hands trembling. I watched the ceiling pretending I was strong. We loved enough to fight tired, just not enough to win the war. I lay confessions drowned in quiet rooms. I waited, you didn't come back. We sat on the floor among fading light, half-packed boxes guarding everything we couldn't say. Your trembling breath confessed love was not enough. No anger between us, only tired surrender. I held your hand like a slow goodbye. Your footsteps faded down the hallway, soft and certain. The door closed gently, folding our years inside. I sank into the couch, chest full of echoes, realizing effort can't rewrite a worn-out ending. We loved enough to fight tired, just not enough to win the war. Night turned to dawn over our quiet ruins. If I had spoken, I would have held you longer. Now empty doorways keep your name in their silence. I waited, you didn't come back. I walk away slowly, leaving our unfinished sentences behind. All there sleeping in now, secondhand curtains tonight. Old books open where your coffee stain is fading. Our quiet laughter lives in dust along the windowsill. We love like worn-out waves against the same stone. Every promise felt like water in my shaking hands. I held tighter still, you slipped through trembling breath. We gave our all, that was enough. Even when forever never learned our names. Empty doorways keep your shadow in the corner. Night rain tracing every crack we couldn't mend. Called my name from that small tired kitchen. Words walk careful, afraid to wake old ghosts. Apologies fell soft like sand through broken fingers. We watched our future fold itself into silence. You looked away first, I followed the fading light. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? We gave our all, and that was enough. Even when forever never learned our names. Photographs shaking in my cold and restless hands. Quiet rooms echo with things we never said. We broke without screaming, only weary acceptance. Two tired hearts signing papers with their silence. No one was the villain in that last goodbye. You smiled through tears, blessing what we couldn't carry. I waited after you didn't come back. The door closed gently like a mercy killing. I walked the shoreline alone where our footsteps used to argue. Each wave rewrites us softer, then erases us completely. Love wasn't missing, only time and strength were gone. Sometimes letting go is the last way to stay. We gave our all, and that was enough. Even when enough couldn't hold back the tide. I trace your laughter in the salt against my skin. My fault was believing love could outrun the hours. I would have held you longer in that fading light. But some stories end before the last page turns. I keep your echo. I walk into the dust. Night rain blurs the neon into bleeding watercolor skies. Cold hands buried deep inside this tired denim jacket. Your laugh still haunts that quiet coffee shop window. I watch strangers take the seats we used to. We wrestled storms in all those quiet rooms. Exhaustion wasn't absence, just love losing strength. We tried until our voices turned to silence. We tried while the city lights kept shining. We tried until the photograph started shaking. We tried. Late night talks curling helplessly into pale blue mornings. Weekend escapes collapsing once Monday found us again. Shared cigarettes on balconies in the fading light. Every promise softer than the ash between us. You leaned your head on me like a question. Your trembling breath already writing our ending. We tried until our voices turned to silence. We tried while the night rain hit our faces. We tried until the photograph started shaking. We tried. Our fingers touch like strangers reaching through glass. No anger soft or quiet. Love stayed burning while the walls slowly cracked. I waited, you didn't come back to the doorway. If I had spoken, I would have held you longer. I watched you close your suitcase in that hollowed room. Empty doorways echoed with every step you didn't take back. Unreturned calls linger like ghosts in my pocket. Your folded note whispered goodbye without saying the word. We tried until our voices turned to silence. We tried while empty doorways learned our names. We tried until night rain washed your footprints away. We tried while my fault echoed through quiet rooms. We tried when loving you meant learning to let go. We tried. Sometimes letting go is the last way I love you. Fading light on cracked glass and tire walls. Night rain breathes through the open window. I sit with a photograph shaking softly. Our smiles belong to some other lifetime. I trace your face with cold hands. Every silence between us grows louder. We loved enough to break, not enough to hold on. Quiet room, remember more than I do. My trembling breath keeps calling your name. We loved enough to break, not enough to hold. Night talks dissolved into heavy weather. Unreturned calls echo down empty doorways. We kept patching the same torn promise, treading water inside our worn out hope. Your tired eyes search for a fading light. Waited for words you could not find. We loved enough to break, not enough to hold on. Soft apologies floated like smoke around us. My trembling breath still leans towards your shadow. We loved enough to break, not enough to hold. No slam doors, only the softest surrender. Your hand in mine, one last trembling moment. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? I would have held you longer in that silence. watched our future dim without a sound. Now the city moves past our window like strangers. The room feels lighter but my chest still burns. I walk through our days like a careful ghost, carrying every almost we never learned to say. We loved enough to break, not enough to hold on. I see us laughing in that worn out photograph. I waited, you didn't come back. I understand. My trembling breath forgives what we couldn't carry. Love was our beginning, but not our shelter. We loved enough to break, not enough to hold on. Under a blue sky, I whisper goodbye, sigh. Oh, 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 oh. Fading light through blinds on the cracked white wall. Dust floats slow above this tired couch. Cold hands resting on my empty knees. Night rain stains the glass with quiet questions. I trace a peeling pain like old photographs shaking. Every line remembers where your shoulder fit mine. We love too hard to stay alive, too soft to fight the turning tide. I waited in quiet rooms, you didn't come back. Love stayed, but we ran out of time. There was laughter once in this small kitchen. Steam on windows, your name in every corner. Whispered vows beneath a broken street lamp flicker. Trembling breath promised we would outlast winter. But unreturned calls built walls between our pillows. Every silence heavier than anything we said. We loved too hard to stay alive, too tired to hold our crumbling sky. I waited in doorways, you didn't come back. Love stayed, but we ran out of time. We folded days like fragile paper cranes, packed our seasons into nameless cardboard rooms. No one screamed, we only signed our ending. If I had spoken, would you have stayed? I would have held you longer in the dark. Now the city hums outside, indifferent and forgiving. I walk through empty doorways, counting what we carried. It wasn't lack of love that broke us open. Just the quiet truth that enough came softly. We love too hard to stay alive, too gentle to survive the way we carry. I waited with cold hands, you didn't come back. My fault hangs low in every fading light. Love stayed, but we unraveled in the silence. Love stayed, but we ran out of time. Somewhere our echo lingers, softer than this goodbye. Oh. Somewhere our echo lingers, softer than this goodbye.
Late night diner, fading light on chip white cups, coffee cooling slowly, my cold hands around it. Quiet rooms inside me, louder than this crowd. Your name in the window, fog glass and trembling breath. I trace circles where your lipstick used to live. Every ring of water says you're not coming back. We loved until we ran dry, that's the truth I whisper now. We loved until we ran dry. Sometimes love just isn't enough. Always waiting, keys that never turn again. Our photographs aching when the night rain starts. Sunlit beaches traded for quiet breakfasts alone. Unreturned calls stacking like dishes in the sink. We talked in circles, wore our voices thin. If I had spoken sooner, would you have stayed? We loved until we ran dry, that's the truth I whisper now. We loved until we ran dry. Sometimes love just isn't enough. Shadow wouldn't touch mine, your hand in my hand, only tired weight. Silence filled with every promise we repeated. I waited for sparks, you waited to feel lighter. No one was the villain, we just faded. We carried those boxes down, hearts heavier than cardboard. No goodbye, just our footsteps slipping into separate dark. I watched you walk away without turning your head. I knew it was my fault, yet no one to blame. We loved until we ran dry, hearts emptied in slow motion. I held you in my silence, not long enough. We loved until we ran dry, every effort still mattered. Sometimes love just isn't enough to stay. I waited at the edge of us. You didn't come back. If I had spoken sooner, I would have held you longer.